Upstairs, Downstairs, Episode 9, Part 1, Production number 1608, recording date the 12th of the 10th, 73, Take 1.
You're about as dainty as an elephant. Go quietly or you'll disturb Mr. Bellamy.
Sorry, Rose.
Is everything ready upstairs, Rose?
Yes, Mr. Hudson.
And the room is well warmed. You know how much her ladyship dislikes the cold.
Yes, Mr. Hudson.
You put a hot water bottle in her bed.
Yes, Mr. Hudson.
Hurry, she'll be tired after a long journey. May wish to retire at once. We must have everything prepared, you know, Rose.
Yes, Mr. Hudson.
Well, look sharp, my girl. We're a wee thing late. I'll see to the fire in the morning room myself.
Thank you, Mr. Hudson. Well, come on. Oh. Is everything prepared, Rose? Yes, Mr. Hudson. Look sharp, my girl, but a wee thing late.
Honestly, all this fuss, anyone would think we had Queen Victoria arriving.
Now, Edward, just you don't be impertinent. Old Lady Southwell's very particular, and she likes her comforts, and she's used to good service. So you just keep on your toes, my boy.
It's a long time since Lady Southwold has been here, Edward. We don't want her to think we got slovenly since... Well, since she was here last, I'll put that outside and then get ready. They'll be here soon.
She's bringing old Hodges with her, Rose?
No, Edward. Miss Hodges is not coming. I am going to see to Lady Southwold myself.
Oh, one more thing, Rose. Did you remember the extra pillow in the ladyship's room and the spare blankets?
I've remembered every blessed thing, Mr. Hudson.
Good, good. Now, listen to me, all of you. We shall be on trial for the next few days. The Dowager Countess has very high standards, which each and every one of us must try to live up to. And you'll do well to remember that, Daisy, if you wish to remain in service here.
Now you know.
What's Lady Southwold like? Is she very fierce?
Oh, she's terrible. She's dreadful. She has these terrible fits of rage, you see, and once, when her bath water wasn't as hot as she wanted it, she went for one of the maids with a red-hot poker. No. Maimed her for life.
Daisy! You heard Mr. Hudson. Wash your hands. They're filthy.
And she's got a red beard, see? Little red beard, and one eye is larger than the other one, and they're both bloodshot, and I have heard tell that she's a witch.
That's it. That'll be her ladyship. Come on, upstairs, all of us, quickly. Edward, you help the chauffeur in with the luggage. Oh, Mrs. Bridges, is that hot posset ready yet?
Yes, Mr. Hudson.
Then keep it hot. I'll be down for it in a minute. Come on, quickly now.
Daisy, buck up. We're supposed to be in the hall by now. And you don't have to bring that cloud with you.
Mabel, my dear.
Richard.
Must be frozen to the marrow.
Nonsense. Don't fuss, Richard. I was well wrapped up and plentifully supplied with brandy by Marston. In fact, I feel quite merry. Oh, good afternoon, Hodson.
Good afternoon, my lady.
Oh, Hodson, in the back of the motor, there's a hamper of Christmas fare packed by Mr. Coombe. Perhaps you would be good enough to take charge of it.
Very good, my lady.
Wonderful to see you looking so well.
Oh, I'm delighted to be here.
James and Hazel had to leave for Paris yesterday.
I know.
They were sorry to miss you.
Oh,
It's going to be a very quiet Christmas, I'm afraid.
that will suit me very well.
He told me she had a beard and bloodshot eyes, and he said she was a witch. That'll teach you to never believe a word Edward says. Oh. Never, ever.
Here we are, then. There's the Christmas eats, all the way from Wiltshire.
Is that the lot?
Yeah?
Oh, where's the tree?
What tree?
Christmas tree. They always send one from Southwold every year. Where is it?
Where is what, Rose?
The tree, Mr. Hodson.
Oh, use your brains, McGill. They could hardly fit a 9-foot-high Christmas tree into the back of a motor car now, could they?
Oh, no.
So Mr. Coombs has dispatched it from Salisbury by train. It is at this moment at the station awaiting collection and will be delivered to this house the day after tomorrow by cart. So there's nothing to worry about now, is there?
No, Mr. Hodson. Oh, that's Ollie. Haven't you ever seen Ollie before, silly girl?
Edward, there's this food hamper to be unpacked.
Mrs. Bridges, don't you want to see what Father Christmas has brought for you?
What's that?
We are about to unpack your hamper, Mrs. Bridges, if you can spare a wee minute.
Oh, yes, Mr. Hodson, just coming.
Makes my mouth water.
Let's see what Mr. Coombs has been able to find us this year, eh? Oh, brace of pheasants. Very handy.
Look, Mrs. Bridges, hares for jugging.
Oh, yes. And woodcock. Very nice, too.
Look at that.
Oh, now that is a surprise. Venison. Ooh. Oh, lovely. Now that looks like our turkey. Ooh, beautiful bird. And there's my Christmas goose. There.
Oh,
There we are.
and
Don't stand there gawping, girl. Get on with the washing up.
Yes, Mrs.
Now, when you put them back, take them through to the larder.
Yes, I will, Mrs. Bridges. Come on, Daisy.
thank you, Rose. Edward, give me a hand with this greenery. Quickly now.
Where's Mr. Coombs, Rose? Estate agent at Southwold. Family estate. Lady Marjorie's father, Captain James' grandfather, he was Lord Southwold. Lady Marjorie was born there. I was born there too, in the West Lodge. Mr. Hodson, Mrs. Bridges and I, we all come up from Southwold when Lady Marjorie married Mr. Bellamy. See?
Oh. And all this food, is it just for one house?
Of course it is, silly. Yeah, that's not much. Whew, you should have seen Southwold in the old days. That was a sight. Of course, there's much larger stuff in Southwold. But we have celebrated Christmas on a far more lavish scale in this household, Daisy, than we shall do this year. Oh, I can remember when Miss Elizabeth and Captain James was children. Oh, we thought nothing of entertaining 40 to luncheon. We needed more than a brace of pheasant and the odd woodcock then. Be a quiet Christmas this year.
I do find the thought of having an 18-year-old girl here for Christmas somewhat alarming.
There's no need. Georgina's a very easy child. Extraordinarily young for her age in some ways. But I'm sure you'll take to her. I'm only afraid she'll find it dull here. When does she arrive?
Tomorrow afternoon from Geneva.
Mr. Bellamy apologises for his absence. He was called out, but hopes to be home shortly. Her ladyship is in her room.
Oh, I see.
She will see you at tea time. I have had your trunk sent up to your room, miss. The maid will be up shortly to unpack. Will there be anything further, miss?
Oh, no, thank you.
Well, should you require anything, the bell is here. I will send the maid up to you.
Thank you. Come in.
Mr. Hodson, the butler, sent me up to unpack for you, miss.
Oh, well, come in.
Thank you, miss.
What's your name?
Daisy, miss.
Daisy what?
Daisy Peel, miss.
Mine's Georgina Worsley.
Oh, yes, miss.
How old are you, Daisy?
18, miss.
Oh, are you? Well, so am I, but just. When's your birthday?
May the 11th, miss.
Mine's in November, the 28th, so you're older than me.
Oh, yes, miss.
You don't look it. Shall I help you? Where does everything go?
No, miss. I'm to do it. Mr. Hodson sent me up to unpack for you and, well, said I wasn't to disturb you and if Rose or anyone come in.
Would you get into trouble?
Oh, I think so, miss.
Well, they wouldn't mind if I just sat and talked to you, would they?
Oh, no, miss.
Who's Rose?
Oh, she's the head house parlour maid and I'm the under house parlour maid. I'm new.
Are you?
I only come last week.
I only came today, so I'm newer than you. Do you like it here?
Oh, yeah. Well, takes a bit of getting used to.
You know, Daisy, I may be coming to live here in the summer when I finish school to do the season.
Can't you live with your mum and dad?
Oh, they're dead. My father was killed in a hunting accident when I was 6, and my mother went down in the Titanic.
Like Lady Marjorie?
Well, yes. Well, my mother married Lady Marjorie's brother, Uncle Hugo. Oh, I liked Uncle Hugo. He was very nice to me. They were all going to America, well, Canada, really, and they all got drowned.
Well, that's very sad.
Yes, it is rather. So, you see, I haven't got many relations. Mr. Bellamy suggested I came here for Christmas, and if it suits him, I can come back in the summer.
Well, that's good.
Yes, I suppose it is. I suppose it is. Where do you live, Daisy?
Here, miss.
No, I mean, where's your home? Where do your parents live?
Oh, Hoxton, miss.
Oh, where's that?
In London, miss. East End. It's a long way from here.
Is it nice?
Where shall I put this?
Oh, let me have him. This is Mr. Gladstone. I've had him since I was 7. He goes everywhere with me. Let's put him on the bed. Will you be looking after me all the time, Daisy?
Oh, no, miss. Rose will be looking after you. I'm only doing this because she had to go and fetch something for Lady Southwold.
What a pity.
Oh, Rose is very nice. I'm sure you'll like her.
Be much nicer to have you. Oh, I hate unpacking. I always hope a present might have slipped itself in when I wasn't looking, but it never has. Oh, well. Where's your room, Daisy?
Upstairs at the top, miss. I share with Rose.
Oh, do you? I share at the convent with a girl called Anne-Marie. She talks in her sleep. Does Rose talk in her sleep?
Oh, no, Rose is very quiet. She does snore a little bit.
You should hold her nose.
No, she might wake up.
Oh, that'd be funny if she woke up and found you holding her nose. Oh, tea is being served in the morning room, miss. Oh, yes, in the morning room. If you'd like to follow me, I'll show you where it is. Thank you. In here, miss, if you please.
Come in, child, and greet your uncle.
Yes, Hodson.
Excuse me, sir. I just thought I should inform you that the Christmas tree has arrived and the staff are about to put it up in the hall in case you should wonder at the commotion.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Hodson.
Well, also, might I remind you, sir, that this afternoon we were intending to put up the Christmas decorations, if that would not be inconvenient.
Oh, yes, I had forgotten. Well, it won't disturb me. I'm going out in a moment. What about you, Mabel?
Oh, I'm going up to my room. Whew, it's time for my rest.
Well, you, Georgina, have you any plans for this afternoon?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not doing anything.
Would you like to help the servants with the Christmas decorations?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, there you are, Hodson. There's another helper for you.
Rose. Oh, honestly, if you brought it in through the front door...
Just lift it up your end.
I'm lifting. Come on, push it.
Rose is quite right, Edward.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Hudson.
If you lift it up at your end, give it a wee bit of purchase, it'll come round perfectly easily.
Come on, Rose. Lift it.
Now, watch the lamp.
Come on, Rose.
Easy.
Oh, no, not for you.
Through on that line now.
I've been doing it
Steady
for
as she
years.
rolls. Come on.
Never had trouble like
Round that way, Rose. Over there.
Daft,
There, there now. What did I tell you?
Right, you can get the tub, Edward.
Right.
Miss Worsley is kindly going to assist you all with the decoration of the tree.
Please, I'm Georgina.
Miss Georgina.
Thank you.
Well, look sharp then, Edward. Oh, don't put things on the polished table. I'll be downstairs with Mrs. Bridges discussing the arrangements for tomorrow if anyone wants me. There's a chair here, Miss Georgina, if you'd care to sit and watch while they're putting up the tree.
Yes, I will.
Now, remember, all of you, don't make too much noise about it. Better wait for a wee bit, miss, until the tree is firmly fixed before trying to put anything on it.
Of course.
Well, come on, hurry up, hurry up. You haven't got all day. And Rose, all of you, be careful with that tree. I don't want anything broken.
Yes, Mr. Hudson.
Well, come on, let's get started. You can't get the nose, Edward. You get up the other end, Daisy. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. Lift.
Oh, it's heavy.
Of course it's heavy. Ow! Oh, that's not funny. Them branches are prickly. Oh, no wonder they're called needles. Oh! Come on.
I don't think that tree likes you, Rose.
You be quiet, Edward. It might be your turn next time. Right. Come on, Daisy.
No, let me give you a hand.
Lift. Oh,
Here we
now,
go.
Push
Where
it
you
towards
going,
me.
Going.
That's it.
Up
Towards me.
What for, Rose?
There we are. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What you doing with it,
I've got
Rose?
it. It's all right. I've got it.
The tub's
You got
behind
it.
you,
Oh,
Rose.
right. That's it.
What you doing with it?
No.
Rose, where are you going?
Really?
The tub's behind you. Let me take it, Rose. Rose.
Oh, no,
Rose.
careful. It's going.
I gotta drop it.
Oh, really? This is stupid. What'd you let it go for?
It's too hard for me, Rose.
We'll get it over there somehow.
Can I make a suggestion? Well, if you put the tub over there, and I go up the stairs and lean over, I can catch it when it's out of Daisy's reach, and then I can help you to hold it.
Yes. All right, miss. That's a good idea. That is, if you don't mind. Helping, I mean.
Oh, of course I don't mind. I'd like to.
Come on, Edward. Pull the top over here. And you get up there, Daisy. Here we go. Right. Now, you ready, Daisy?
Yeah.
Right.
Push, Daisy.
I'm scared.
Push.
Yes, push it. Got it. Right. You got it,
Careful.
miss?
Yes, thank you, Rose.
Right now, into the tub. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, get this tree out of my way, Rose. I can't move down here.
You be quiet and start fixing it in.
Fix it. I'll go fix it. There's no room to swing a hammer down here. Oh, women. Oh, honestly, Rose. I can't even...
Give me that final ball, Edward.
Be careful not to lean over too far, Miss Georgina.
I can manage, thank you, Edward.
That's finished.
Watch she doesn't break her neck, eh, Hodson?
Certainly, sir.
Oh, beautiful, Miss
Now we like the
Georgina.
candles now, Mrs.
Oh,
Bridges.
of course we can't.
not
I can't be
Oh,
waiting.
I know.
Well done, well done. Looks very bonny, Miss Georgina. Come on, downstairs, all of you, quickly.
That's Mr. Hodson. It's one of the prettiest trees. Go on, Ruby. One of the prettiest trees we've ever had.
Still, it's going to be here.
Doesn't it look lovely? Beautiful. Bring some holly up and we'll do my bedroom next.
All right, then.
Look how dark it is already. Oh, I do love Christmas so. It's funny to think that out there, all over London, people are doing the same thing tonight. Wrapping up presents, decorating their homes. Your family, this family, every family in the world. Well, the Christian world, I suppose. You're awfully quiet, Daisy.
Let's draw the curtains, Miss Georgina.
What is it? Are you sad? Homesick?
I haven't been home. Not for 3 years, Miss Georgina. Before I started at my last place.
3 years?
Oh. There were 7 of us, you see, and not enough to eat. Not with my dad unemployed. He used to worry about Mum and us kids ever so bad when he was out. That's why I don't go home now. I've just been having them have to feed, you see. At Christmas time, I do think of home. Not that we had much. We used to go out singing carols in the streets and get a cup of hot cocoa and a penny sometimes. At least Mum and Dad would cheer up a bit Christmas Day. A neighbour might let them have half a bottle of gin and they'd sing a bit and laugh a bit and stop fighting and bashing us. It was better Christmas time.
Don't you think you ought to give them a nice surprise and go home this Christmas? Well, I could ask Mr. Bellamy to give you the time off.
Oh, I've got the afternoon off, thanks. We all have. Better not go.
Oh, Daisy. Daisy, don't cry, please.
Her ladyship is waiting in the morning room, Miss Georgina. Daisy? Excuse me, Miss Georgina.
Dying. Oh, Ruby, do take care.
Now she's gone.
Now look out.
Ruby, bring over the paste and fixes, will you?
Oh, that looks nice. Yes, very nice. Keep working hard. There's good girls.
Yeah, why don't you give us an hand, lazy?
I can't. I've got to stand by. Mr. Hudson's gone out for a walk, and I've got to clear away the morning room tea. Daisy. Sorry? Here, Rose. How about a nice Christmas kiss, eh?
Nice? What would be nice about that?
Oh, come on, Mrs. Bridget. It is only once a year.
Go on, get out of it.
What's the matter with everybody? It is Christmas. Ruby.
Edward.
Happy Christmas.
House looks very nice and seasonal. You've done well, Georgina, hasn't she?
Yes, indeed. It all looks charming.
Thank you.
Georgina, we always like to make Christmas a festive occasion for the servants as well as ourselves. So tomorrow evening we shall be dining out and leaving them to have their own Christmas dinner downstairs. Lady Southwell's sister, Lady Castleton, has kindly invited us.
Poor Kate. She's not very good company nowadays. Stone deaf and partially blind.
Nevertheless, it is a long-standing tradition in this house to go to her for Christmas night, and we must respect it.
Oh, I understand.
We shall have our own Christmas dinner at lunchtime tomorrow, after which, Mabel dear, I shall have to leave you for a couple of hours to visit the infirmary hospital in my constituency. I'm so sorry.
My dear boy, you know perfectly well that I spend every afternoon asleep on my bed. I don't suppose Christmas Day will be any exception.
At 5:30 after tea, the servants will come up to the hall to get their presents. I would like you to be there.
Yes, I see.
But there's anything you would like to do in the afternoon?
Oh, no. I'll just stay in and read a book.
I'll do that, miss.
Oh, no, it's all right, Rose. Thank you.
Have you never had a maid before, Miss Georgina?
You mean a lady's maid? No.
I thought not.
Why do you ask, Rose?
Well, if you'll pardon me saying so, miss, I could guess. There are people that are used to living with servants and those that aren't, and you can always tell.
Oh?
It'll all be part of your growing up, miss, if you'll excuse me saying so. Learning that.
Yes.
A lady has a maid to do everything for her in her bedroom and boudoir. And the maid's proud to do it. Well, it's her creation, if you like, how her mistress looks. And the lady understands that and respects her for the work that's done. Well, she relies on it.
I understand.
Not everybody does understand, miss. Some servants, for instance, will take Daisy. Now, she's a good girl, but she's not been long in service. And I don't know whether you've noticed, miss, but she's inclined to be a bit too familiar. She means no harm, mind. It's just that she hasn't learned how to conduct herself properly yet. The point is, miss, that we all have a place and we've got to keep to it. It's no use pretending otherwise, is it?
I suppose not.
Miss Elizabeth took a long time to learn. She understood in the end. Daisy needs a bit of help, that's all. She'll soon learn. Perhaps you could help, miss. Be a bit more distant with her. Help her to know her place. That's all she needs. It's for her own good. You do understand that, don't you, miss?
Yes, of course, Rose.
I thought you would. There. Well, if there's nothing further that you require, miss, I'll go downstairs.
Thank you, Rose. Good night.
Good night, Miss Georgina. Oh. Is it all right to turn the bed down? Ask Miss Georgina.
Yes, of course it's all right, Daisy. I came up to bed early because step-grandmama and Uncle Richard were reminiscing. It was all a bit sad for Christmas Eve. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I want to talk to you.
Yes, miss?
You know what you told me about your family?
I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Yes, you should. And I've quite decided that you're going home to Hoxton tomorrow afternoon.
No.
And I'm coming with you.
We can't. It wouldn't be right, miss, begging your pardon.
Well, why not?
Well, I'm not sure if they're still at the old address in Bridge Street. They may have moved, you see.
If they have, someone will tell us. I know, we'll take them some food. There's masses in the house.
It's very kind of you, Miss Georgina.
Oh, I insist. There's no difficulty. We'll raid the larder downstairs and burst into your parents' house and surprise them.
But that'd be stealing, miss.
Oh, no one will notice. We'll take them some nice Christmas fare. Some turkey, pies, fruit, all kinds of things. Perhaps even a bottle of wine.
Well, they would like that, it's true.
Daisy, you've got to agree. You must, please.
All right, miss, if you say so.
Tomorrow afternoon, then, as soon as the house is quiet, put on your hat and coat and come up here and find me. I've looked up Hoxton on the street map. There. Now, we walk to Hyde Park Corner, and then we get on a tram that takes us along Oxford Street. Then we change.
They've hardly touched it.
Well, there's only 3 of them up there, Mrs. Bridges.
All my hard work and no one here to appreciate it. I don't know. They can't have any appetite at all. They were just pecked at it.
Well, I shouldn't worry, Mrs. Bridges. Someone's bound to eat it.
I'll eat it. No, you won't, my girl. That goes straight back into the larder, that does. It'll make a nice pie for later on. Oh, dear. Well, anyway, they'll have plenty of room for my pudding.
There's your Christmas pudding, Mrs. Bridges.
Would you believe it? They've hardly touched that neither.
Come in. Oh, there you are. Anyone see you?
No, it's all quiet downstairs, but
Is anything wrong?
well, it's just. Are you sure it's going to be all right?
It's got to be all right. Oh, cheer up, Daisy. Aren't you looking forward to seeing your family? The expression on their faces.
Oh yes, miss.
Well, come on then. Daisy, shh. We haven't got anything to put the food in. I brought that from the pantry. Quick, hide.
Mrs. Bridges,
That was close.
Has he gone?
Yes. Come on before he gets back. Where's the larder?
Over there.
We'll take this for a start. Come on, Daisy, help yourself.
This is it, miss. Number 3.
Happy Christmas, little boy.
Must be Tommy, one of my little brothers. He was 5 last time I come home.
Do you think you ought to go in first? I'll follow you.
Mum, it's me, Daisy. It's not very nice, miss. You won't mind?
Of course not.
It's me, Daisy, Mum. Come to wish you happy Christmas and bring you something nice. Was it all right to come in?
I'm Georgina Worsley, Daisy's friend. I've brought you some things for Christmas. Would you like to see?
Christmas. Oh.
Well, shall I wake Dad up so I'll know we're here? What was that? Where's Dad?
Died. In the infirmary. Last year. His lungs give out. He's buried out Barking way.
Hello. Who are you?
I'm Daisy.
What you doing here?
We've brought you some things for Christmas. There's a goose.
Yeah, here's yours. There. Anything else?
Yes, there's pies and fruit. Who is that man, Mum?
Bill, that is.
Hi, there. That's who I am.
Are you all right, Mum?
What do you think?
Is there anything we can do? I mean, send someone to come and help. There must be something.
Clear off. Don't want you there. Just clear out.
Get back to your work, Daisy. There ain't nothing you can do to help us. Not now.
I'd like to wish you a happy Christmas once again. And hope that...
Oh, goodbye, Mum.
Yeah.
Oh, Daisy. I never knew that such people could be so poor. Oh, Daisy, it's awful.
Don't distress yourself, Miss Georgina.
They're starving.
There's nothing I can do to help them, not on my own. We'd best walk quick back to the tram stop. Come on, it's not a very nice part of London. Not for young girls. Come on.
That's it. All done.
The little minx. You wait till I lay my hands on her.
Oh, she won't come back, not now. Be too nervous.
Taking that goose, that beautiful goose that I took such a lot of trouble over.
Should have cooked our goose.
Makes my blood boil.
Well, at least she didn't take our turkey, what we're having tonight, anyhow.
Quiet, Ruby. All of you. She might have told somebody where she was going. It's too bad.
Now, I'm sure there's no need to worry.
It's snowing now. Where is that child?
Now, Richard, we can't keep the servants waiting any longer.
You're quite right. Let's go on with the day.
Ah, there you all are.
Milady.
Evening, my lady.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm afraid that Daisy Peel, the new under-house parlour maid, is missing. And some items of food from the larder, sir.
What? But how strange. Miss Georgina also has not returned.
They're waiting for their presents.
Mabel, one of the maids is missing as well.
Oh. Well, we must get on with the present gift.
Yes, well, then you give them their presents. I'm going to telephone the police.
Oh, all right, if that'll make you happier. Now, Hodson, I think you'd better give me each one and tell me for whom it's intended.
Very good, my lady. Much my binoculars. For Rose, my lady, from yourself. Rose?
Rose.
That's fine.
Happy Christmas, Rose, dear.
Thank you, my lady.
Aren't you going to open it?
Oh, thank you, my lady.
For Ruby, my lady, from Mr. Bellamy. Ruby.
Ruby, happy Christmas.
Thank you, my lady.
For Edward, my lady, from Captain and Mrs. James.
Edward, very happy Christmas to you.
Thank you, my lady.
Now, who's next?
This appears to be from me, my lady. From yourself.
A happy Christmas.
Well, just in case you should get a report in of an accident concerning those two young persons, what? Daisy Peel, my under-housemaid. The other one's a visitor here, Miss Georgina Worsley. Well, could you check with the station in Hyde Park? The Serpentine. Yes.
A very happy Christmas and a happy New Year to you all.
Thank you very much, my lady.
Very happy Christmas to you.
Thank you.
If I might take Daisy's presents downstairs, my lady, for when she returns.
Of course. Thank you, Hodson.
My lady.
The police will let us know if there's any news. Mabel, I don't think we can go out tonight with Georgina not back.
No, I suppose we can't. You know, it's so unlike Georgina to behave like this.
Hodson, will you bring up a little cold meat and salad on a tray for her ladyship and myself before you start?
Very good, sir.
And I do want you to enjoy your Christmas meal downstairs. And please take what you want from the cellar.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I don't want this business to spoil your evening.
On the ninth day of Christmas, my true love said to me,
9 ladies dancing.
8 maids a milking.
7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying.
5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love said to me,
10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies
dancing,
8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying,
5 gold rings,
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Where have you been?
Miss Georgina.
If you'd care to come upstairs, Miss Georgina. The master asked me to inform him the moment you returned.
Oh, I see.
Come with me.
Now then, my girl. What have you got to say for yourself?
Daisy, where have you been?
You know that you've ruined the whole Christmas for everybody in this house.
How he's gone.
Miss Georgina has returned, sir.
Where have you been?
I'm sorry, it was all my fault.
How dare you come in at this hour? Keeping everyone waiting, causing all this fuss? I've had to telephone the police.
Richard, the child's soaking wet and shivering. Let her go to her room. There'll be time enough for explanation when she's been undressed and put to bed.
Very well, Georgina. Go up to your room.
Please let me explain.
Later. Go to your room at once.
Rose, you are not to interrupt your Christmas dinner. Miss Georgina must look after herself until you've finished.
Come on, Daisy, what happened?
You're a wicked, wicked girl. You ought to be thrown out on the street. Ransacking my larder like that, taking that beautiful goose, all my mince pies and all the jellies. I don't know.
All right, Mrs. Bridges, all right. Now then, Daisy, what is all this?
Then these ruffians stole Miss Georgina's purse, so we didn't have any money. So I said we'd have to walk. But Miss Georgina thought that if we told a tram conductor what had happened, then he'd let us have a free ride. But when we got to the stop, the last tram had gone, so we had to walk.
What, all the way from Oxton?
Then halfway along Newland Road, these 3 men chased us and threw stones at us, and Miss Georgina lost her hat, and I fell down and grazed my knee. Oh. And then it started to snow. Come down ever so.
There. There. Now take that bottle. Don't cry. It's all over now. It's all over now. Don't cry. Shh.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Yes, Hodson.
Might I have a word with you, sir?
Can't wait until the morning.
Well, it is rather relevant to the situation, sir.
Well, go on, Hodson.
Go on, Daisy. Now eat up. Hot dinner will do you good.
Go on.
Before it gets cold.
That's right.
Yes, I see. Thank you, Hodson. Will you tell Rose to take Miss Georgina a hot drink? She better have some food as well.
Yes, sir. I'll make up a tray for her.
Oh, and Hodson, I don't want Daisy punished. She was not to blame in any way.
Very good, sir.
Well, my dear, shall we go up to her?
Well, Georgina, what have you to say to us?
Hodson tells me you've had a somewhat unpleasant experience this evening. Heard the whole story from Daisy.
But
But what?
I told her not to tell anyone. She promised me.
It was her duty as a junior servant to give Hodson her reasons for being out half the night. I don't want to say much about it now. It's late. We've all had a very long day. But you must realize, Georgina, that you have been extremely lucky. It would have been a great deal worse. And it was very thoughtless of you not to tell anybody where you were going. Especially to a rough district like Hoxton.
Hoxton?
I'm sorry. I suppose I really didn't think.
No, you didn't think. If you had, you would have realized that you were being very unfair. Persuading a maidservant to steal from her employer's larder.
Oh, she didn't steal it. I took it.
Oh, whoever took it. You must understand, child, that in this life you cannot do just what you think is right, regardless of everybody else. You must learn to consider others.
I'm sure her motives were honest, Mabel, and compassionate.
I wonder, how much were you really thinking of Daisy's family? Wasn't it perhaps the adventure that interested you?
I'm sure she wasn't thinking of herself.
Not consciously, perhaps, Richard. But it's not far from the truth, is it, Georgina?
I wanted to help them, that's all.
You almost ruined the servants' Christmas. Kept them waiting for their presents. Caused your uncle, myself, and the police a great deal of anxiety by your thoughtless behavior. But what you did was prompted by a kind heart and concern for those less fortunate than yourself. So you may kiss your grandmama. And accept this with my very loving wishes.
Oh, Granny, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yes, Rose, what is it?
It's the hot posset for Miss Georgina, sir.
Thank you, Rose.
Mrs. Bridges said to be sure to drink it whilst it's hot.
Well, I must go to my room. I'm getting tired. Will you help me, Rose? Now, take care of that necklace. It's been in the family for 4 generations.
Well, I don't think we need to say any more, my dear. I'm sure your experience has taught you a lot. So let's forget about it, shall we? I just think it would be a good idea if you left Daisy alone for a bit. Let her take her place with the other servants, settle down, and make friends. We want her to feel this is her home now. As I want you to try and feel this is your home too, Georgina. That you're one of the family now. That you belong here.
Oh, yes. Please.